Hey guys, welcome to my channel Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. It's Saturday, October 31st. It's Halloween and we're back at Waveny Park in New Canaan, Connecticut for the first of 2 weekend long runs. I'm going to try to do 2 long back-to-back runs on Saturday and Sunday. This was one of the lessons learned from my Yeti 100 5 weeks ago, that I need to do not just long runs, but probably some back-to-backs on the weekend to get my total time on my feet up. It's a beautiful day, sun's out. It's in the high 40s, and let's get the run going. Hey guys, we're almost 1 mile in. Just entered the woods here at Waveny Park. Beautiful day. Still feeling a little sore, not from the Yeti or the AT trail, but the heavy lifting session, upper body, lower body, on Wednesday, and just feel this like twinge in my right glute and hamstring, so being careful. Hey guys, 2 miles into my run, ran the first 2 miles. Glute and hamstring still feeling tight, so I'm gonna walk for 2-3 minutes. Hopefully it'll loosen up and then get going again. Hey guys, just past the 7 mile mark on my run. Feeling good. Just enjoying a beautiful day in the woods, on the trails. Saturday, Halloween, long run, awesome. 8 miles. An hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna take a 2-minute walking recovery here and then get going again. Still feeling good. Not pushing it. Just to give you an idea, my running pace is somewhere between 8:30 and 9 minutes per mile. My walking pace is somewhere around 17 minutes. So I have a long run today and a long run tomorrow, so keeping it very reasonable. Okay, 10 miles done. Gonna call it a good run. Wasn't quite as long as I wanted to. 10 miles is a good run, so we'll take it. Hey guys, back in my car. 10 miles done. 1 hour 34 minutes and 20 seconds, so not quite as long as I wanted to, but happy with the run. Gonna have another long one tomorrow on Sunday. Legs feeling a little tired and feeling a little hypoglycemic. I thought I fueled enough before the run, but apparently I didn't. So now comes fun. I actually have to go grocery shopping on an empty stomach, which is not ideal, but we'll try to control ourselves. We'll look forward to Sunday. Hey guys, it's Sunday, November 1st. Back at Larkin State Park in Southbury, Connecticut. Yesterday we did a 10-mile long run in Waveny Park. Saturday, October 31st, was Halloween. Hi. And today we're going to go a little bit longer. We'll see how we do. Looks like the leaves are down, 90% down. It was amazing to see the change from last weekend running here. So beautiful foliage, and a week later gone. So we're heading into winter. November 1st, not officially winter yet. Really enjoy running on this rail to trail. Nine minutes into my run. Here's what we're doing. 6 minutes of running and 3 minutes of walking. So alternating 6 and 3. Just a beautiful day out. Warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was in the upper 40s. Today it's in the upper 50s. So back to t-shirt and shorts. Overcast. It's supposed to rain later this afternoon, so I got a little bit of an early start. So just crested a pretty steep hill, short but steep, and my Stryd Power meter indicated I was at about 230 power output. So above my lactate threshold. My critical power right now is about 208, and as soon as I crested the hill, it dropped back down to 200 and then below. So I'll explain a little bit more about what that means at the end of the video. 1 hour 15 minutes into my run, and it started to rain. It's getting colder, temperature's dropping, sun's completely gone, and it's raining. So I want to be careful I don't get sick. About 2 hours into my run, not quite, almost 11 miles. Still raining, wearing hat and gloves, and leaves are down, sun's behind the clouds, it's raining, it's cold, it's miserable, but I'm still having a blast and still grateful to be able to run every day. So let's keep that positive vibe and just enjoy. Just completed 2 out and back loops from my car to the turnaround and back twice. We're at 15.3 miles in, about 2 hours and 50 minutes. Gonna head out for my third out and back. Won't be a complete out and back, enough to get to 20 miles. And then we'll call it a great day. It's absolutely miserable out. Temperatures continue to drop. Rain's picking up. Other than one mountain biker, I'm the only guy out here on this trail. So I'm gonna put this camera away and I'll check back with you when we're done with the 20 miles. We're back at the trailhead, 20 miles in the bank, 3 hours, 41 minutes and 40 seconds. This was a tough one, not aerobically, but it is pouring out right now. And I would say for 3 hours of my run, it was cold, windy, and raining hard. So just in case we forgot what the Yeti 100 was like 5 weeks ago with torrential downpours for the first 12 hours, well guys, this was a reminder. So happy to get the run in, happy to put the miles in the bank, and we're going to sign off here. Hang on guys, we're going to do a quick review of the past week, and we're going to look at the data from Stryd, Strava, and Garmin. Up next. Let's have a quick look at the week of October 26th. I ran 51 miles on 6 days of running, 8 hours, 24 minutes total time on my feet. There were 3 hard efforts out of the 6, about 5,600 feet of vertical gain. Prior week, I ran about 40 miles, so that's at about 11-mile increase. I forgot to wear my Stryd on Friday, October 23rd, so we won't see the data there, but I do have it on Garmin. Now, let's quickly compare the 3 dashboards that I look at. We just saw Stryd. Now we're looking at the Strava activities dashboard, which is just a listing with some data, and now we're looking at Garmin Connect. Very similar to Strava, just a listing of activities with some data. I much prefer the Stryd dashboard, which is very visual. So let's go back to that. This is the main dashboard in Stryd. It shows to the left the 208 watts of critical power, which will adjust over time as it collects more data. And we see to the right of that the 5 power zones that are dependent on that 208 critical power. We see for zone 3, the upper end is 208 watts, and for zone 4, the lower end is 208 watts. What I really like about Stryd is it looks at the running stress balance, and we see that as it collects data, and as I'm ramping up, coming back from my Yeti 100, that curve is degrading. We dive right into one of the runs. This is the 20 miler. We'll come back to that a little bit later, but just to show you when you drill into the dashboard what that looks like. Here we have the training, and we can again look at that over different periods of time. We can hover over the bar chart and very quickly get the high-level summary for each activity or each run. And we also see on that when the critical power has been changed. At the bottom, we see the power duration curve, which shows the power over time for a run and allows us to look at different metrics like fitness, muscle power, fatigue resistance, and endurance. And we can see where a comparable runner to me would rank and how I compare to others, which I think is a very nice feature. So let's go look at the calendar view, not the main dashboard, and we see again, I really love these tiles that show me for each day a visual of the run and the course and the key metrics, including the amount of effort and stress, and then it aggregates everything for a week. And again, keep in mind that for week 43, the week before last, I missing the Stryd data for the 23rd. Otherwise, that would show distance 40 miles and not 30. Let's drill into a couple of the runs. This is the 20 miler on Sunday, the long run. What's really cool here is, again, we get a lot of data, and you can see with the column headers all the data that Stryd collects. We see the key metrics on top, including the stress level, and it's very nicely visual displayed. There's some defaults that are checked, the power, the pace, the elevation, but we can add other factors by just simply clicking on them. I'm going to do that just to show you guys what that looks like if we select all of them. Not that we would probably do that or find it useful. Now if we just look at Some of them, if we want to look at, for example, power versus elevation versus heart rate, we see those displayed, and we again see where the critical power to 208 watts is. We can now go down for each time or distance interval and look at those in more detail. Let me quickly just scan across a chart to show you what that looks like. As we're scanning again, we see very quickly with the mouse over what that looks like. And on the right where the map is, we can see with a little yellow dot where we are on the course. So it helps us kind of bring things back. We see time spent in the different zones, and we see for this, most of the time was spent in zone 1 and 2. Now let's go look at the different distance or time intervals. These are miles, and we can see again the data averaged for each distance interval. I'm now drilling in. It's below the chart it's cut off. Let's look at mile 19 real quick. This is what it looks like now that the chart on top is expanded. We're looking at mile 18, kind of jumping around here. We see on top the chart is expanded, so we really get to zoom in, particularly on the elevation gain. On the right, the map zooms in as well, so we get a very quick close-up look where we are for each mile segment. This is a cool new feature called the race calculator. It's in beta right now, which projects a theoretical 5K time based on the critical power. Obviously, as our critical power adjusts, that will also adjust. So let's jump back into the last week and just highlight real quick 3 runs. First is a hard effort I ran on Tuesday in Waveny Park, 6 miles at an average pace of about 8:20. This was a progression run, progressively going down in time. Feel free to pause the screen to take a look at the metrics. I'm going to move pretty quickly here. Then to compare and contrast, the same course run on Friday at a more moderate pace, about a minute slower per mile on average. And finally, my Sunday long run, which came on the back of Saturday's 10-miler, so 30 miles on the weekend. And my legs were a little bit tired on this run. I highlighted a section during the video where I was going up a short but steep hill, and my power wattage was in the 230 plus or minus range. I've highlighted it here in the call out around an hour and 40 minutes into my run. And you can see the power dropped very quickly as I crested the top of that hill, and then stabilized. Hopefully I've given the techies and geeks among us a little bit of an insight into Stryd Power Meter and how it works and the power of the data behind our runs, and focus much more on power output and effort rather than the more traditional heart rate metrics, which to me are not as accurate, particularly with the wrist-based heart rate monitors we have in the Garmin's and other watches today. So hope you got something useful out of it. Please leave me a comment below with your thoughts. What do you guys use? Do any of you use Stryd? Use any other kind of either foot pods or similar devices built into your watch? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks very much, and see you in the next one.